Okay, my name is Ludia and I'm the assistant to Mr. Casey. And before we start the interview, I'd like to inform you that it's being recorded so that I can send it to the director and the rest of the team for quality purposes. That okay with you?
Yeah.
Thank you. So what's your name?
Armon Hart, ARMANHART.
Okay, thank you. What's your date of birth?
12/31/1982.
Thank you. Where do you live?
You said what?
Where do you live?
In Wilmington, Delaware.
Full address, please.
2803 Northwest Street, Wilmington, Delaware 19802.
Thank you. Do you own transportation?
You said, do I own a vehicle?
Yes. Do you own transportation?
Okay, give me a try, please. Yes, I do have a.
All right.
You said, do I own a vehicle? I own a vehicle. Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any certification that we should know about?
I don't have any certification pertaining to this.
And what's your availability?
My availability hours, because I have a night job, my night job is from 8 o'clock to 4:30 in the morning. So my availability hours is from 9 to about 3.
Okay, thank you. How soon can you start?
Tomorrow.
Thank you. When was the last fingerprint with the SBI?
It was in the month of February. I just did one because I just had a job doing this, and they went back on my background. I have a 15-year-old background. They went 15 years back and basically told me that I couldn't do this job because of my background. And then Mr. Kayan called me and gave me an interview and told me to do all this stuff and take all the steps and then basically wait for this interview.
Okay, thank you. So it's from this year, February, right?
Yes, it actually happened this year. It hasn't even been 2 months since I did it.
Thank you. Can you pass a drug test?
Yes.
Can you pass a physical examination?
I already did one. I put it into your application interview that you asked me to submit.
Thank you. And how did you hear about this position?
A client that I used to work for in the last job that I had called me. Told y'all about me, and Mr. Kayan called me.
Okay. What do you know about the company, about Reliable Aid?
I don't know anything about Reliable Aid. I know the little bit that I've learned from being the healthcare aide with the last agency that I worked for.
Okay. And why do you want this job?
I have changed my life over from doing a whole lot of how can I say, doing for other people and family, and now I want to give back to like helping people, you feel me, who need more help than people who can do things on their own.
Awesome. And why should we hire you?
Hopefully because I'm a good person. I'm very sociable. I love caring for people. If I've mentioned, you feel me, I have a lot of kids, so I'm very caring when it comes to certain things. So like, I actually just want to do something new instead of, working in warehouses like I've been all my life, and find something I can give back before anything dramatically happens to me.
Thank you. And what do you consider to be your biggest weakness?
I have a big heart.
Wow.
Kind of makes me a little gullible sometimes.
Tell me about a challenge or a conflict that you faced at work and how you dealt with it.
A conflict that I felt at work.
A conflict or a challenge that you had at work and how you handled it.
Well, I recently just realized, you feel me, that a lot of things that I've been doing throughout my life, even though I've taken care of them, that I have missed the point of one of the things that could make me considered to be grown. And I noticed it. And since this year have started, I have upgraded my focus on what it means to actually take more care of my responsibilities in a way to be able to have a resource for when I actually pass. Like, I haven't put up a whole lot throughout my life. I take care of my kids, I work hard, but the part of saving I haven't done. So I've started different ways, different paths of making sure, you feel me, I actually have something to fall back on if anything actually does happen to me.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Owning the house.
Okay, so what are you looking for in this new position?
More ways to better take care of people besides my children. Like, I know how to care for my own. I don't really know how to care for anybody else. And it's going to get to the point in my life where someone's going to end up having to care for me. So I want to learn more of how to care for others, to be able to teach the children that I've actually raised.
Awesome. What type of work environment do you prefer?
Not like a facility. I rather care for people in their homes where they're comfortable. I'd rather not care for somebody that's in a facility that have to abide by other people's rules.
And what are your greatest professional strengths?
I'm still trying to find that out outside of the fact of my own personal work ethic from working in warehouses. My warehouse work ethic compared to working anywhere else probably would be different. But outside of that, you feel me, I'm very professional. You feel me, I'm on time. I do my best to do my job to the standards that is set for me. I learn real quickly. I'm a good listener when it comes to a lot of things. You feel me? Like, I try not to be too self-minded and be more open-minded to situations that's placed in front of me.
Thank you. And how would your last boss and coworkers best describe you?
Hopefully she described me as a hard worker. Like, from what I was told from the last healthcare job that I had, even though they went back 15 years on my background and, basically let me go because of state requirements, she basically told me if that wasn't the issue, that she would have never fired me.
Thank you. How do you deal with pressure and stressful situations?
I guess that would be better answered pertaining to the situation that presents itself. I mean, you never really know how you deal with anything until it actually happens. But most situations that has happened to me, I deal with them as calm as I possibly can. I try not to get too aggravated with situations that's out of my control. You can't really get mad about something, you feel me, that you really can't do nothing about. So, like, there's no need to show more feelings than the feelings that need to be presented at the time.
All right. What are your salary requirements?
Well, the last job told me because of, I guess, how they are, how they basically work, that I couldn't make no more than 12. I actually don't know what your job requires. I don't know what your job basically puts out. So I would say $12 since that's the most that they was able to get me there. If I can make more here, then I'll just end up making more here.
Okay, so this job at Reliable Aid starts at $11 per hour. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Okay. I'm okay with that. Like I actually want to get back into the healthcare field. I started the other job. They started me at like 11, something like that. And they told me after a certain amount of days or whatever, you feel me, that it will upgrade to 12. You feel me, pertaining to my work ethic and how I handle the job. If there's raises at your job, then most likely I'll be around for the raises because I'm hoping to push this as far as I can push it. I actually want to get the certifications pertaining to being a healthcare aide. I actually want to go after the certifications pertaining to CPR and everything else that pertains to the minor parts of healthcare. I actually want to go after all of that. If y'all offer that, please let me know so I can attempt to take the classes pertaining to that. As of right now, I'm only good for what I'm good for. I do apologize, but I'm really good at being a healthcare aide, and I want to continue being one.
Okay. So do you have any questions for us that I should forward to the director and Mr. Casey?
No, the only problem that I had was the fact that I wasn't able to give you any of my payroll information because that one part did not access. I don't know if you need to send me a direct link. But that one part of the application, it was on there before I actually had to fill out the actual application and I could not access it.
I'll
So
send
for you to,
I resend the link to you so that you can try again.
okay.
Sure.
But outside of that, no, tell me I can start tomorrow and I'm happy.
After this interview, I'll forward the video to the director and Mr. Casey, and then someone from the company will reach out to you.
Are they going to reach out to me through phone or email, sweetie?
Okay, I'll email you some. I'll send you an email with the things that we need from you so that you can forward them to us.
Okay.
And then after that, you'll be communicating with me, with the director.
Okay, sweetie. Well, I thank you again for the interview. I apologize again for the tardiness. I'm glad we finally met, and you have a good day.
Thank you. But before you go, I would like to ask a favor from you. Will you take a few minutes to fill in a survey that I'll send you so that you let the director know how I treated you?
Yes, I will. Is it going to come through email or as soon as I leave this meeting?
Yeah, it will come via email.
Okay, and the stuff pertaining to payroll information is going to get sent to me today too, right?
Yeah, everything will come through email.
Okay, sweetie, I thank you.
Thank you and enjoy your day.
You too.
Bye.